Dr. Nevis treated a number of the girls who claimed they got sick here. One of them, the girl was drawing blood so bad, they removed it just so that it didn't burn out of her mouth. The girl died. Her family never paid. Here's the x-ray.
I sympathize with Dr. Matt, but what does this have to do with us?
A lot more girls will be coming out claiming they got sick here. So maybe we can do business with Dr. Nevis.
I'm not following you.
Suppose we were to give him a list of the girls who claim they got sick here. He'd see to it that there were no more lawsuits.
You think he could cure them?
He'd examine it for the process, and then he would come up with a favorable diagnosis for us. Quite a few cases will die a natural death anyway, and the rest we can put until the statute of limitation kicks in, and it's too late to sue.
You'll persuade them they haven't got a case against the company?
Exactly, and if it did come to court, he could testify. And it'd be a strong testimony coming from a dentist who treated those girls.
What makes you so sure these girls will come to him?
They'll come to him quickly because he charged them anything.
Because we'd be paying him.
Exactly.
No, we don't want to do business with them. This proposal is immoral and will have nothing to do with it.
I don't know. Perhaps we shouldn't be so quick to dismiss the proposal.
What do you mean?
We're in a very bad situation in this region.
That's true. We're having trouble getting girls to work here, and we've lost some contacts because of it.
It's going to get worse. Papers are full of stories about these girls.
Making you must be serious.
What defense can we put out?
Except to say that we'll try a case in court.
And in the court of public opinion, we've already lost.
It certainly wouldn't hurt to have a testimony coming from a dentist who treated those girls.
No, we don't want to do business with them. Besides, he's already given us everything we need. New evidence. This is grounds for postponement.
Miss Wiley, do you have a comment on the postponement for the hearing of the Radium Girls?
3 months. 3 months of study and x-ray. It's outrageous.
And the girls have to go on a holdout 3 more months. Catherine Trump could barely even make it into the courtroom today. And Grace. You'd think the company would be quick to cover this up, with the kind of publicity it's gotten.
Maybe this will help to explain. I received a letter.
What's this?
It's from Catherine Drinker, Miss Cecil Drinker of Harvard. She helped Dr. Drinker in his study of the radium plant. It's a joint effort, actually.
That's very interesting, Miss Wiley, but we've already seen this document. There's nothing in it to help you.
We've only seen part of it. This is a complete report. I received it this morning. Mrs. Drinker has been following our story very closely in the newspaper. She was particularly disturbed to read the last article in the Ledger, the one where Miss Charles says her study clears the company.
He doctored the report? Reader doctored the report?
Apparently he pulled out one page listing the blood conditions of a dozen employees and passed off the whole thing. Doesn't look so bad by itself, does it? But in context, it's a somewhat different picture.
That should impress the judge.
The judge, we are not waiting 3 months to make use of this. Reader won't let us present evidence in the courtroom, then you can read about it in the newspaper.
January 12th, 1928. Jack Youngwood here for the Newark Ledger.
Nancy June Harlan for the New York Graphic.
Radium Girls go to court today.
Radium Girls knock at the doors of justice. Will they be heard?
These poor injured girls face pain,
Disfigurement.
ruin.
And death as the clock ticks away at their precious moments.
A hearing begins in Chancery Court.
When the U.S. Radium Corporation demands a postponement,
And plaintiff's attorney, Catherine Wiley, makes a shocking disclosure,
showing that the company lied to the Department of Labor,
showing that it distorted the results of a Harvard study.
concealing the ill effects of its product.
Read all about it in the Ledger.
Read it in the graphic. We care because you care.
Arthur! I just got off the telephone with someone from the Ledger.
This couldn't wait till morning.
I'm sorry. It's Dr. Lehman.
Dan?
He's dead, Arthur.
What?
He died this morning.
Lee, that's not possible. I just saw him last week.
Dr. Montness done the autopsy. He said it was severe anemia.
He's blaming the radio?
The Ledger's going to run it on page 1. I said we'd issue a statement at 8 o'clock, so it can run tomorrow.
Dan was never sick of you. He was either on the golf course or sailing. Let's take care of this in the morning, Lee.
Of course. Sorry to bring you the bad news.
body is radioactive.
Bones of dead girl kick off gamma rays.
And plaintiff's attorney Catherine Wiley declares, new evidence shows company lied.
Dr. Joseph Dunn, the Newark dentist treated Amelia Magda, stood over portions of the jawbone he removed from her mouth. This X-ray film shows the jawbone is still radioactive, 5 years after the girl died.
Will this make your case?
Will this force a settlement?
Make her case. No. Just around make her case.
Last night, in a graphic exclusive, the founder of the Radium Corporation broke his long silence with this shocking announcement.
Radium is one of the most dangerous substances known to man.
Doctor, is it true that you assisted with the autopsy?
Yeah, and given my expertise in radium extraction, I was able to determine Mrs. Madra absorbed enough radium to kill 10 people.
What does this say for mild radium death? Are you now advising against it?
Radium is responsible for the deaths of these poor girls. It should be considered the most dangerous substance.
Do you agree with the doctor's prognosis that the Radium Girls have only 1 year to live?
From what I've seen, they'll be lucky to last that long.
I tell you what we should have done. We should have took that report up on the offer. That's what we should have done.
$5,000. Don't make me laugh.
We should have talked her up. Because I tell you what, they paid. They paid. I tell you what else we should have done.
Stop telling me what we should have done. Lots of things we should have done. It's up to no good to think about it now.
All right, keep your shirt on.
So what do you think? The red or the blue?
So what's Wiley say? Is she going to go back to the company?
I like the red, but it don't fit so good these days.
Is she going to try and talk him up a bit?
Miss Molly says we're going to be losing the job. So I say, what's one more? You know?
It's worth a try. What if they came up with $5,000? Would you take it then?
Let them come up. I'm not giving in.
It's called settlement.
A settlement. It's just for them to hide.
Let them hide.
Then they win.
So they win. They're going to win anyway.
Unless you got so much confidence in me.
Great. For Christ's sake, you got one lawyer working for nothing. Up against 6 lawyers who are getting in bundle. And you think you got a chance?
You know what I found out today? Fake blood screens in the laboratory.
Oh,
Blood
great.
conditions. And did they give us sunscreens?
Great.
And Miss Molly says they're going to type over here and move across the river to New York. Open up another factory. Tell them that never happened.
Oh, Jesus.
And someone's so quiet.
Grace, what are we doing here? I thought the idea was you get somebody to say your death and get a right doctor, and we get on with things.
Get on with things.
You're still wearing my ring.
Oh, Tommy. What do you think is going to happen after all this is over? Do you think everything will just go back to the way it was?
Why wouldn't it?
I got to see the surgeon again.
Uh-huh.
I got some fluid. He's going to drain it.
Okay.
And then he says there'll be more.
So we deal with it when he comes.
And still more. And then more. And still more. Why can't you see that? How can you talk about buying houses and getting married when you know there's nothing?
Grace, I can't think about that right now. I just want us to be together. I want to come home to you at night. To my wife, to my home. Grace, I'm too old to be living in a spin between them. I promise. I'll do whatever it takes to make it easy for you.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Tell me, please. Are you going to make me say it?
Grace, you just need some sleep. That's all. You're not getting enough rest.
Tommy.
I'll be back to see you tomorrow. You get some rest.
Tommy, Tommy, don't you do this to me. Tommy!